Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Indie Zone. My name is Kathy. On July 1st, 2025, today, the clerk of court released a notice of hearing that is dated June 30th, 2025. There is no subject, nor is there a topic given for what this hearing is. It states only the date, the time, the judicial officer, the location, and that all parties and counsel are required to be present. So let's look and speculate, provide opinions as to what we can glean from the information we have received. Well, first, if you look at prior notices of hearing, prior orders setting hearings, a purpose, a topic is given so that the public knows why it is that there is going to be a proceeding before the Honorable Judge Stephen J. Hippler. Not a word in this entire 2-page document as to why this short-term hearing has been set. July 2nd, 2025, 11 a.m. That is local time in Boise, Idaho, and there's the address. That tells us that this is not a virtual hearing. This is an in-person hearing in Judge Stephen J. Hippler's courtroom at the Ada County Courthouse. Additionally, when virtual hearings have been set since the beginning of the case, the hearing notice would reflect that it is a virtual hearing if it was a closed proceeding. No indication here that this is closed or sealed. We see, however, I believe, the importance of this hearing. Number one, because it was set 2:49 p.m. on June 30th. It is for 11 a.m. July 2nd, less than 48 hours notice, would reflect its importance, and also that all parties and counsel are required to be present. All parties, there are two parties here, State of Idaho and Brian C. Kohberger. Counsel are counsel for the plaintiff, the prosecution team, and the defense, led by Mr. Kohberger's lead counsel from the beginning of the case, Ann C. Taylor. And there we see the distribution list that Renee Waters, as deputy clerk, submitted this hearing notice to. Now, there is much speculation that this is a change of plea hearing. This is to notify, possibly, Judge Stephen J. Hippler that Mr. Kohberger is changing the plea that was entered on his behalf when he stood silent at his arraignment back in May of 2023 following the issuance of the indictment. You'll recall that Mr. Kohberger did not enter a plea of not guilty. It was entered on his behalf by Judge John Judge after Ms. Taylor notified Judge that Mr. Kohberger was standing silent. If this is a change of plea hearing, you can expect Judge Hippler to ask a series of questions of Mr. Kohberger to ensure, for example, that if Mr. Kohberger is in fact changing a plea from not guilty to guilty, that it, number one, is of his own free will and choice, that he was not coerced in any way, forced, promised something in return for a plea of guilty, questions along those lines. Secondly, you can expect that Judge Hippler would then go into a series of questions to ensure that Mr. Kohberger understands the ramifications of entering into a guilty plea if this is what in fact will happen tomorrow, such as he is foregoing a trial by jury of his peers. Now, the question that I have been asked, is this going to be televised? We don't know. There is no notification as of yet. My recommendation is, if you are interested in watching this proceeding live, in the event it is televised, as many hearings have been, my recommendation is to go to the Idaho Cases of Judicial Interest website. This is the website that is maintained by the Idaho Supreme Court for several high-profile cases in Idaho, including Idaho versus Kohberger. You will see a hot link there. You can go ahead and press regarding watching live hearings. It will take you to another page. My recommendation would be, whatever your local time is, equivalent to 11 a.m. local time, Ada County, Boise, July 2nd. Be on that channel a few minutes beforehand. And if the hearing is, in fact, televised to the public, it will go live there, and that's where you can watch it. If there is any notification that comes out later today or tomorrow prior to this hearing with specific confirmation that this will be televised, we will let you know. If you have any questions, any comments, please leave them here. If you like our content, I would greatly appreciate it if you would, 1, hit the like button, and 2, if you're not subscribed, please subscribe. Until next time, this is Kathy. Thank you for joining us today.